Yeah, it's that time. You guessed it. Why are we all here today? Like, why would we even be here? I made the All-NBA 5th team. Glowing reviews, and the players, they really appreciate what I have to say, you know? I know these guys work very hard. The All-NBA 5th team, it's a prestigious honor, but you know what's even more prestigious than an All-NBA 5th team? It's the All-NBA 4th team. And let's just get straight into this, because we had the snubs for the All-NBA 5th team in the All-NBA 5th team video. This is a reminder, who's going to make the team above these guys? Let's waste no time. We get right into it with the guards, and this is a case right here of guys that will be snubbed from the All-NBA actual teams. And why are they not making top 3 All-NBA teams? It's really because of games played. 2 guys on playoff teams, 2 guys that were kind of dark horses last year as far as MVP consideration on the best and second best teams in the West last season. One of these guys still second best in the West. Team record hasn't moved a whole lot. He's got a great squad around him. But without Ja Morant, where would the Grizzlies be? I know there was a thing with their record last year and they were so good without him. Guys, every team that contends, that wants to do something in the playoffs, they need a guy. Memphis last year, they didn't have a guy. They still wouldn't have a guy if they didn't have Ja Morant. And his production this season, regardless of all the off the court, all this noise and stuff that just serves as a distraction to the absolute marvel that is Ja Morant. This guy's an All-NBA 4th teamer this year, and that's still with missing some games here and there. Reason he's not higher? Well, we covered it in the last video. The guard position is extremely stacked. For me not to have James Harden on any of my 5 All-NBA teams, it's not an insult to James Harden. He's had a great season, but it's just a testament to the level of guard play we have in our league. We have some spectacular players, and for Ja and Devin Booker not to have top 6 seasons as far as guards are considered, crazy. But Devin Booker, he missed more time than Ja. When he was on the court, he was better than Ja, but he missed more time. And he's the guy that he missed so much time. I don't know if he's going to make the actual All-NBA teams, but his impact was surely felt. And regardless of the lack of supporting cast he had on the court with him this year, a lot of guys out of the lineup for Phoenix, whether that's before the KD trade or after. And after the KD trade, of course, KD's not there. You traded your forwards for KD, and now your team has no depth, no extra scoring punch. Where do they go to get a bucket besides Devin Booker? When he missed games, it was scary. And of course, you add KD to the picture and this team can't lose. But Devin Booker being a second guy, an absolutely terrifying thought for defenses, but a big proponent of why the Suns are a lot of people's favorite to make it out of the West despite only being assembled as a team for literally less than half a season. And the amount of games they've played with KD, that's insane. This team is the favorite, potentially. I don't know if they're actually going to be the favorite, but a lot of people are saying it's Kevin Durant. He's the best player in the Western Conference, arguably. But Ja and Devin Booker, we know what they bring, and they have only expanded on it and grown. Ja Morant averaging the career high in assists. Devin Booker rounded out his game into a great all-around player, and of course, just one of the deadliest scorers in the NBA, a guy that can get a bucket on any occasion against any defensive player. Now, in the forward spot, it's a lot more of the same. 2 first ballot Hall of Famers, 2 of the best players to ever play their position. Both these guys been around a long time. Their reputations are set in stone. We know who they are. They both missed their share of games this year. Kawhi missing games at the front end of the season. He's been pretty consistent as far as staying in the lineup, besides, just load managing here and there, which, you gotta dock him a little bit for that. You can't play an 82-game season. Some of the guys that are making teams 1 through 3 over him, they're playing all their games. They're not missing games for anything besides if they actually get hurt. But Kawhi, when he's been on the court this year, he's been himself. I know it was a little bit of a slow start. He wasn't playing a ton of minutes at first, kind of had to work his way back into mid-season form. And that's pretty much the type of production he's been delivering since then. Clippers, the record isn't as good as I would have hoped, considering the amount of firepower you have on this team, the amount of depth. That being said, a lot of moving parts, pretty much restructuring how your team plays, adding a true point guard in Russell Westbrook to the mix in the middle of the season for a team that has never had a true point guard, that has always relied on, especially this year, like Paul George and Kawhi to be the creators of their offense. Reggie Jackson was like the point guard, and he was so bad they had to ship his ass out. Marcus Morris has been an absolute atrocity this year. It's hard to pin down who the 3rd best player on this team is. So it's great depth, but not great depth as far as star talent. You really have 2 guys as far as that's concerned, and this team has struggled a little bit because of that. Now let's talk about LeBron. He's missed more time than Kawhi. This guy was gunning for a spot on the real All-NBA teams. The way he was playing, despite the team just being 500, he had to play on a team like they had to get Westbrook out of there. They had to make some trades. Get him a real supporting cast that made sense. Rob Pelinka, man, he finally did it. I couldn't believe it. this guy with the biggest turnaround I've ever seen, because I was ridiculing the hell out of this man for, I mean, common knowledge. Like, everybody knows what this dude did to fuck up this team. And now we're kind of back rolling where we should be, and the team is in a good place as long as they get out of the play-in. It might be too little too late, probably will be, but like, imagine if you had a full season with this team. But that's neither here nor there. LeBron has been great when he's been on the court. It's just he hasn't played as many games as some of the other guys. His record hasn't been as good as some of the other guys. And at the top, the forward position is extremely stacked. Now, let's get to our center. Another Laker. 2 Lakers on the All-NBA 4th team. It's pretty easy to determine the best centers in the league this year. Anthony Davis, if he didn't miss as much time as he did, if he was able to establish a rhythm, I don't even know why I'm saying this. It's Anthony Davis. Like, he's not gonna play a full season. Regardless, when he's on the court, when he is his best self, he is easily All-NBA caliber. And even though he's not the same jump shooter that I feel like he used to be, way more attempts in the paint, he's playing like a true center. I think that's where his talents are best utilized at this point in his career. It feels like he's tossing up deep jumpers. They're not going in. He's just not hitting 20-foot shots. Forget about a 3-point shot. But he gets into that paint. He gets to that 12, 15-foot jumper or in, automatic. One of the elite rebounders in the league this year, and of course the defense. Let's not forget the defense. It's still there. Guys straight up do not want to challenge AD at the rim. All-NBA 4th team. We're counting him down. About to get real crazy when we get to the 3rd team next video. Or maybe I'll do them all in one video since it's the top 3. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but stay tuned for more content because it's coming. All-NBA teams and other awards, playoff predictions. That's going to do it. Bucketology. Let me know what y'all think of my All-NBA 4th team. What's your All-NBA 4th team? If you can draft one up, I challenge you. That's gonna do it. Peace out.